We have those police officers from satellite and their DPO here with him as I speak with you. They were shown on Twitter harassing some young men. So they are with him as I speak with you. And I'm sure you have police officers from which state? Anti-cultic unit in Anambra State. They are with him as I speak with you. I was the commander of the Rapid Response Squad in Lagos during the NSAS protest and during the COVID. And when people talk about me today, they still refer to me as the former commander of the Rapid Response Squad, as if I've not done any other thing after that. But looking back, analyzing why people kept on going back to that, I came to realize that the RRS of Lagos at that particular time concentrated on what a lot of people will not concentrate on. For every policeman, even with the present situation that we have in the country today, every policeman wants to arrest the armed robber. Every policeman wants to stop insurgency. Every policeman wants to stop this thing that is happening, where we now neglect the little things. And I'll give you an example of the so-called little things. Somebody has gone to work from morning, is closing in the evening. While going back home, there's hold up on the road, and there's no policeman to clear it. That is when you feel the importance of that traffic warning you neglect every day, because you spend more time in the hold up, and that is where you get the whole stress that will affect your health. People are involved in accidents. We need people to stop the bleeding immediately and take them to the hospital. So that was what the Rapid Response Squad of Lagos were doing. Your vehicle got broken down on the road. Police, that is when you know the importance of being alone on dangerous areas, and the patrol vehicle just comes to stand by you while you repair your car, or gives you 4-liter fuel in case you run out of fuel. Somebody during the COVID, the Rapid Response Squad were able to take a woman who was in labor to the hospital. These are little things that were important to the people. And the people of Lagos at that time started referring to members of the Rapid Response Squad as our police. Our police. Cementing that view that the people do not hate the police. They want to love the police. They only do not like what is bad that we do at times. I hope I'm right.
Yes.
We recognize that effective policing is fundamentally people-centered. We have created a lot of units to take care of these complaints that have been coming from you. I have the officer in charge of my CRU stand up for them to see you. He's in charge of taking complaints about the activities of police officers. And then recently I've gotten recommendations from various people, organizations about the activity of this man. Maybe we have not been able to publicize his office more, which we will do, and what he's doing. As I speak with you, he has about 2 or 3 teams of police officers who have been identified for discreditable conduct. We have those police officers from satellite and their DPO here with him as I speak with you. They were shown on Twitter harassing some young men. So they are with him as I speak with you. And I'm sure you have police officers from which state? Anti-cultic unit in Anambra State. They are with him as I speak with you. And they are going to try them. The outcome will be made public. Because we need to let members of the public know what we do when our police officers do what is not expected of them, so that we can earn the trust of the people. The usual belief is we don't do anything about it. We do not send them out to do something wrong, and I can tell you that I cannot stop all the policemen from going against the law once in a while. After all, even Jesus Christ had 12 disciples and he had Judas to contend with. So calculate I had definite in mathematics. Calculate 7, the 12 that Jesus Christ had, and the number of police officers I have. But the most important thing is for the public to see our effort in correcting all the wrong these officers can do at any time. The Rapid Response Squad of Lagos, I'm sorry to keep on going back to them. During that riot, at the dens of it, we provided our ambulance to take care of people who came to demonstrate and they were fainting. Our doctors and nurses and our ambulances were taking care of them. We got some condemnation from some angles that people are protesting, why should we be giving them? But all over the world, that is the standard. We did it. I'm going back to this to let you know that we agree that good policing is possible in this country. Take care of this police, give them everything they want, and they will give you the best you can think of. These police officers go out to peacekeeping all over the world. We always come back as the best police in the world. Yes. And at the same time, police officers are working day and night. We have cancelled our usual routine of morning duty, afternoon duty, and night duty. I cannot even remember the last time I had afternoon duty. We are on duty 24 hours of the day. And then for the past 2 days, I've been hearing bad news that I didn't want. I have not been able to sleep. We have lost some number of policemen on duty everywhere, daily. Some few years back when I was the Commissioner of Police, FCT, at the end of the year, I lost 140 policemen in Abuja only. So calculate what we lose yearly. 140 human beings, husbands and fathers who have lied to their wives and children when leaving home. I will see you in the evening, and they never came back home. So I want you to know that we are going through a lot, and our officers are trying. We have dedicated officers in the Nigerian Police Force. Dedicated officers. It is just that the few ones we have are the ones smearing our image. I want to let you know that we are ready to work with you. If I don't get complaints, I will go back and sleep and think everything is okay. So to let you know that we welcome your complaints, how do you channel it to me? I would love it if I get the complaint before you put it on social media or you blow it to open. It is when I don't do anything, then put it everywhere to put me on my feet. I will appreciate it. That is why my officer is here to give us his number so we can channel all our complaints. All the complaints we have been getting, we are working on it, and we'll make the result public to you. At the same time, we have the monitoring unit. There is nothing like IGP monitoring unit. There is nothing like IGP special team. No. But I think they like putting the IGP to give it more sting. I do not have any special team. I'm going to talk on the issue of duplication of case files. Duplication of case files. We have noticed that a police station will be doing a case, before you know it, it has gone to State CID. State CID, it has gone to Zone 2, or it has gone to, we have resolved to stop it. We have resolved to stop it as much as possible. We do not want them calling anybody from Lagos to come to Abuja. We do not want to call anybody from River State to be coming to Abuja. We risk. So we have told our officers we want to stop it. And at the same time, we want to beg our lawyers as well. They are contributing a lot to this. A case that has been handled by a particular section, by the time the lawyers recoin it, and you see the way they write it, you will not know it is that same case we have been handling. So we have been thinking about it. Do we say that while lawyers are writing their petition, should we say that they should do an affidavit to swear that this case is not being handled somewhere else? We are thinking about that as We have told our officers not to dabble into land matters, and I remember I discussed it with you again and again, sir. Land issue does not fall within the confines of our duty, but at times there are times that we need to come into it when it's going to lead to breakdown of the law and order. So we want to bed, and the issue of debt collection as much as possible. I'm still going to talk to lawyers as well, not to criminalize it. There is a way they coin it. They put a lot of ingredients in it that the moment you see it, you want to go and eat the complainants raw until you listen to them. And we have told our officers we want to be bold enough to look at some complaints and refer them civil. Issue of protest. Yes, our officers have been trained. I'm sure you saw it. Thank you so much for applauding their actions. At the same time, we have told our officers we will not take impunity. We are clamping down on the lot of things they do that they should not do. I want to take the opportunity to talk to the citizens to protect the police, not to harass the police. They are human beings as well. At times we talk to ourselves that where is our own rights? Where are the rights of the police? I will not stand by and allow anybody to harass my policemen. I will stand and fight for these officers. I remember an incident that happened one day, one of the few moments that I had with my mother, and suddenly my officers came and spoke in my ears, and there was robbery somewhere. And I stood up immediately to my mother. Where are you going to? I said there is a robbery and we need to say, don't go, let other people are other people's children. That is what we are every day. When people are running this way, we are running into it. So for us to do those sacrifices, I want to plead that we look at officers as human beings. And while you are protecting the rights of everybody, please protect our own rights too as police officers. Yaga Africa, you talked about election. We'll try our best. We have started training of our officers to be neutral, just like you said. We have created the training formulas, and the officers in charge of training are here to listen to you. If we have time before we leave here, I may have them to tell you one or two things. We are updating our training manuals every day, even for our officers in training. Welfare of our officers, you mentioned it. Thank you so much for thinking about us. This time around, we will take care more of the welfare of the officer, because it's one of the things I mentioned when I came. As a policeman who has reached this stage, I mean, number of years I've put in, at times I want to talk with authority. Now, let me tell you a story. And with all of us, by the time we talk, we are always saying stories, because we have a lot of stories in our head. Ever since I was a policeman, DPO, everywhere I've been DPO, I've never had furnished room. I've always had a mattress that I sleep on as DPO. No furnished, no television in my room as DPO. So that is the condition I lived. So I can imagine the condition of other junior officers. You can see our barracks until recently, where the president came up with a lot of these governors to repair our barracks. And then, fortunately, I was part of the team who went around the whole country. Some of the governors were moved even to tears when they saw the living conditions of police officers. And even other governors volunteered to contribute, even without being called, to contribute to ensuring that they rebuild our barracks and our training institutions. So I want all of you to put your mind to it. A lot of things have come to my mind, maybe identify well-to-do people, people of good repute to adopt a police station. Adopt a police station. Recently, I was talking with my officers, especially the DIG, DLS, about sinking borehole in all police stations in Nigeria. That means not all police stations have water. Not all police stations have light 24 hours. We need to power our communication equipment and many other things. So thank you so much for remembering the welfare of police officers. Cyber security, we are trying our best on it, and we are going to do a symposium where we call in everybody from the civil society, lawyers and co to come and be part of the cyber security symposium, where we discuss these cyber laws, because it's a new thing and it's generating a lot of controversy daily. A lot of celebrities have been trying to use the law for and against themselves. So we want to sensitize our officers at the same time on how to handle issues of cyber stalking and cyber activities. Maybe I will stop now and allow my officers who have one or two things to contribute. We all listened attentively. I will. Since you mentioned it, what I intend to do, or rather I should not talk about it.
I'm going to address it. I want to say, sir, that the position of the Electoral Act gave the INEC officers or officials on that day to have, they had one to call the police officer on duty and said, this man, this lady has offended the law. The police officer should go for them. But not that the members of the public will tell the police officer, go and arrest that. Because if you do that, we have various party officials, agents, they will not think that the police is being partisan. And that's why they go to arrest the other person who has breached the law. That's why it makes it that it's the INEC official that must direct the police to take action where there's a breach. Thank you, sir.
First of all, because for suspects or accused persons, now call them defendants, they want to frustrate trial. So the moment you want to tender his confessional statement, he says, my Lord, I was tortured to make this statement. And so, we are challenging it. Like I said, the trial will be suspended for trial within trial, which can take witnesses, the police officers, and the rest. So what the law is saying, once you are interrogating a suspect and you discover that he's making a confessional statement, you stop him at that stage to get the lawyer to be there and to get it recorded. If you don't do it, there are cases that have been thrown out for not complying with the law. But since we're living with the law, if there are areas based on your experience that you want an amendment made to, currently there are moves to amend certain provisions. But you have just made a point. Assuming the software that I had before says, I don't want a lawyer, I simply want to make my statement. There must be a way of writing to say, I don't want to make a statement. I think there is one, and I will end with this. I have a client, and that's why you have to be faster than defendants, the accused persons. I won't mention the name, but all of you will know in a moment. The police had gone to his house. Again, you need search warrant, unless The offense has just been committed, and by the time you are going to look for fight, no, the law allows you. Again, before I tell the story of my client, the idea has just made a point. We have it in court now. In the federal court, if you are filing a case, you will fill a form that this case has not been filed elsewhere. You must disclose, because there are times I may have file one here, file one in Lagos, file in Katsina. So you must now fill a form. And if it is found later, there is a multiplicity of action, you are going to be sanctioned. Now, this client of mine, the police had searched his house with a search warrant, and they found nothing. So when they were leaving the house, one of the police officers simply lifted his pillow and found a stick of marijuana, like a secret. So they took it and they were going. This guy had brushes with the law more than any Nigerian, dead or alive. He knew he was already in trouble again. So as they were going to the police vehicle to take him to Alagbon, this was in Lagos, he said, "Now me alone, dey Nigeria, what can I do again? You come search my house, you find nothing. Yet you are taking me away." And they said, "What do you mean I will find nothing?" "Oh, we find marijuana, you are signed for it." He said, "Where is it?" He snatched it and swallowed it to destroy evidence. I'm just talking of the difficulty of the work of police. So they took him to their station at Alagbon. As soon as he got there, the mother came and said, "You are at it again. So you know what I'm going to do for the next 3 days? I'm going to insist on your feeding." So for 3 days, so what I go shop? He said, "No, a small quantity of eba and a large bowl of a folio vegetable." So this guy kept strictly to the instruction of the mother. So by the 3rd day, he wanted to go to the toilet. And he said, "Well, the place scattered. Fella wants shit, fella wants shit." I'm sure you now know the person. Now, they took his feces to the laboratory. And of course, negative. The vegetable has disorder. Thank you very much.
Between the Nigerian police force and journalists, media people, whether during elections, during protests, ordinarily. And Mr. IGP, at least in the last 2-3 weeks, you would have read reports across the country, Bauchi and other places, very worrying stories about abuse of journalists, the rights of journalists, and so on. We don't want to go into that, but please, I think it's an important issue that we need to address. Once again, on behalf of the team, we would really like to thank you for this opportunity. It's very short notice. I remember when we had a Zoom meeting last night to prep for this. One of the things we agreed that this it's a new regime clearly in the police force in Nigeria, that some of us know you personally, we followed your work in the media, at RRS and other places. So as Mr. Itodo said, we are civil society, and I can say that boldly, is proud to have somebody like you as the IGP. So we hope this interaction is not a one-off thing, and this was emphasized yesterday. We are all Nigerians, we are here to support you to the best of our ability, to do your work effectively. We believe we can have an efficient and effective police force, and that would involve even citizens, the participation of citizens. So please call on us anytime you think you need us, and we'd also hope that your doors will be open anytime we need to reach you. Thank you very much.
Officers are here, members of my management teams are here, who ensure that we get across to all our divisional police officers and other officers that may be having contact with journalists. While saying that, I have a story to buttress it. While as commander of the Rapid Response Squad, an incident happened in Lagos. Somebody's vehicle broke down and was causing a lot of hold up. And policemen saw it, not even members of the IRS, Lagos State Police Command, and they were pushing the vehicle off the road. A photojournalist nearby saw them and started snapping their pictures. And the police officers saw journalists snapping pictures. They were not happy with it. They collected their cameras. It took time, even after looking at the pictures they snapped, after talking to the journalists, to know that the journalists saw an opportunity to snap pictures of policemen in action, policemen helping the citizens. And that would have been a good thing for us as police to have it. Yes. But the policeman's psyche, our psyche, every time is tailored towards journalists putting us in trouble and making us lose our jobs. I will give you another example. A particular morning in the RRS, we drop our men in big lorries. So this particular set had closed. He saw where they were selling local gin ogogoro. He carried a 4-liter keg of water in his hand. So he went there, he bought just one snap of bottle, he drank it. A journalist saw him, snapped his picture with the water in his hand, and he watched him till he entered the lorry back. So by the time he spoke to me, luckily it was somebody I know, said, "See your policemen, they have bought this big keg of ogogoro." So we quickly rushed in, arrested the policeman and got the keg. Behold, it was water. But if that picture in front of the ogogoro seller entered, that picture has spoken more than 10,000 words. So you see our thinking, our psyche is towards. So we talk to our policemen and you talk to your men too. That is our psyche. You have this thinking about us and we have that thinking about it too. We know that the whole world is watching Nigeria. And then the way you coin things about us is important. Things happen all over the world. American police, a lot of things happen, they misbehave, but they don't allow it to go to the whole world. The way we portray ourselves to the world is the way they will treat all of us. It's your police. It is your police. Give us those complaints, we will act on it. And I don't want us to lose this opportunity of us coming together. It is not just issue of coming to talk. I have all my officers here. All members of my management team are here. Very senior police officers are here. Before you leave this room, please, I want you to stand up, move to our side, and take our phone numbers. And we'll take your phone numbers too. We want to break the bureaucracy of calling the IG directly. You can call any of them if anything happens anywhere. Are we not ready to attend to them? So today, add their numbers to the numbers you have, and we'll add your numbers as well. This is not going to be a one-off thing. It's not going to be a one-off thing, because there will be times you may even call. IG, let us call this meeting. We need to discuss about. Now I want to tell you about what we are planning in, for example, all the commissioners of police. I don't know whether we have passed it to them. We are reorganizing our anti-robbery squad all over the country. We are reorganizing them in a way that you will love it. It's not going to be SARS. We have that at the back of our minds. And at the same time, we put a special action into it. We want civilians to take part in the activity of what we are doing in all. So people to observe on time before we start going wrong. So that means we had you in mind while doing this. Yes, I've mentioned it, take our numbers. So one more time, I thank you so much for taking your time to come. May Almighty God be your guide.
To the visitors.